welcome back to Motherhood Steps podcast. I am Nakia Devereaux, and I'm here with my secretary, Lysandra Wigfall. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about schedules, daily schedules that we have for us and our children. So we just want to get out there that normally a mother really doesn't have a set schedule unless you have to be up at a certain time going to work. Yeah, but then the bedtime schedule, it varies. So I'm going to start off with my schedule. Here in my household, we're all virtual. So we all have online school, online work, and that's how our schedule is going to start off in the day. I have a husband, so he helps out. I'm a night owl, so I kind of sleep in until about 9 a.m. My husband wakes up at 6. He wakes my daughter up at 8 a.m. She gets in the shower and get prepared for her online class because she actually has a teacher online school, but the other children don't. They're more of independent studies. So the morning schedule, and then I'll get up and then I'll prepare breakfast, and the kids come down and eat breakfast while on their laptops, and they eat their breakfast and then go back to their rooms where they finish their classes. And after that, then I prepare lunch and they come down, same thing. But their online classes doesn't last that long. So after lunch, they have about an hour more, and then they're done with the online school. But me, I'm kind of in my office on and off and working, around my own schedule because I'm an entrepreneur. I work on my own schedule. And nighttime. So here in this household, there really isn't a nighttime, like, oh, you have to be in the bath at a certain time, since we're all at home lounging and we usually take showers in the morning. And us as adults, we take showers. If we leave the house, we're going to take a shower, and then we take showers at night before getting in our bed. um and then the children, if they're, they have to take a shower if they've been outside or they went anywhere. They have to take a shower before getting in bed. But if they haven't, we kind of let them, if they sleep, they sleep, but they will wake up in the next morning and they will take showers. So we stay on them about self-care and their hygiene. So we do pretty good in this household. And Lysandra, how does your household go?
Girl, I want to know what the weekends look like at your house. That's what I want to know. What those weekends look like.
Well,
Cause
the
your
weekend,
your weekdays sound good to me.
the weekends they kind of sleep in and then they'll get up and get in the shower, and they probably be outside playing, riding bikes, and for sure they will be taking showers that night because we'll be going out probably to grocery stores or doing activities. So every weekend, probably Saturday and Sunday, they're taking baths and showers before bed. But that's how it is. If you go outside, of course, you're gonna want to take a shower before you're getting in your bed.
Right, right. Girl, okay. Now I'm ashamed. I
What?
am I am
Why?
I am ashamed. I'm over here like Okay, so my schedule is completely unorthodox. Like, if they were to tell their teacher what their schedule is or their bedtime, they're gonna be like, "Oh, surely you don't have that right. Surely you have miscalculated some things because, well, okay. For first, let me remind you guys from episode 1. I have a 1 year old, a 6 year old, a 15 year old, a 16-year old, and my oldest daughter, she grown, she 21, she grown, she out the house, she doing her thing, and got her own place, college, and all that good stuff. So me and the littles, I call them my littles, my bigs, we kind of do things that kind of fit. I'm just gonna say my schedule. Like, we're virtual too,
Mm-hmm.
so I work virtually. And what makes my schedule different from Nakia's schedule is the fact that I too am an entrepreneur, but whereas Nakia, that is her position. That's her primary. For me, that's my secondary. I want to make that my primary, but that's my secondary. I'm actually a virtual educator. So I'm a full-time teacher, but I work for a virtual school. So full-time. So think school hours, okay? I'm doing that. I'm doing the teaching online. Now, mind you, I have a 1-year old. I'm online, meaning I'm on the camera, I'm mic'd up. So I had to put that out there first, Nakia. You see how I'm building this up?
Mhm.
Because I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed now. I had to build it up. Okay, so basically the bedtime thing, I let the 1-year old kind of stay up until midnight on many nights because trust and believe, he gets his sleep. He get his like 11, 12 hours of sleep. You know how babies do. But that way when he wake up, it's my lunchtime. And the kids are able to get up and do their work and stuff, but they don't have uh like a official wake up time. They normally get up around 10. So they normally get up around 10. So there's since they're 15 and 16, I kind of let them, hey, as long as you do your work, as long as you do what you're supposed to do, then I'm a little bit flexible. So you know how teens like to do. And we be in the house, so they're all accounted for. They're in the house. I don't have my kids running the streets or anything like that. But I do let them stay up a little bit later. And then they get up around, yeah, I say about 10 o'clock. They get up and but the little one, the 6-year old, he gets up because his first class is 8:45. That's where he starts. Just like yours, Nikia, how you said she actually has a live teacher.
Mhm.
That's how Jude is. He has a live teacher, so all of his classes are live. He has to be on camera and communicating with the teacher in an actual class, whereas the teens, theirs are self-paced because they're high school students. So they just have to look up their assignments on the syllabus and get it done on the due date and all that good stuff. Kind of work at their own pace as long as they get it done.
Mhm.
Now, so the way it works with baby boy is he doesn't go to bed until midnight. I'm a night owl too, and which is why me and Nakia click so well because we're night owls. You guys wouldn't
Mhm.
believe the conversations we have here and there when we're up.
All
And
night.
so, right, right. So with me being a night owl too, it works out. So I'm not losing sleep or anything like that because it's natural for me. So I put him to bed around 11, 12 o'clock, midnight. Yes, I'm talking midnight. And then he'll stay asleep until about 11 noon. And I'm working. So I'm working, I'm on camera, mic'd up. So when he gets up at 11 and noon, then that's when I can devote all of that, hey, that the baby talk, the cuddles, the feeding him, because he's waking up during my lunchtime. I get a 1 hour lunch and then a 1 hour planning period on top of that. So I do sacrifice my planning period to be in mommy mode. So he gets 2 hours of dedicated mommy, and at the same time I can help my 6-year old if he needs anything during that time with his classes, because he's actually wrapping up. So he's wrapping his classes up for the day, and then it works. It just works for my household. So that's why we thought this conversation would be so good for you guys, so you guys can see that it's not always cookie cutter where everybody has to get up when the sun rises in the sky, and it has to be that way for you to have a functioning household, because mine is completely unorthodox and it's just me and my kids, and so I had to do what works for me. Now I work until 5, so baby boy, he's up 11, 12 o'clock like I said. Then I have to be back into the classroom at 2, like 2:15. I have to be on camera, like talking and teaching. 2 o'clock is when I open the classroom. So that 2 hours I have baby time. So that's like I'm complete mommy mode, and he's happy. I don't have to worry about the the crying and the excessiveness with having a 1 year old. When he gets older, then I do plan on shifting him. His schedule will be shifted to a more traditional schedule. But for now, we're gonna stick with the crazy because the crazy's working with us where I can continue staying home, getting paid, and have all my kids under one roof and having a baby in the house by myself. Then when I'm back into the classroom, then that's when my teens, they're kind of like, all right, they're wrapping up their day. They might have some homework that they're going to take a break from. They're going to maybe hit it later on that night, or maybe they're just going to be like, all right, this is a small thing. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Because they're self paced, so they can gauge their projects or whatnot. So then in my household, they help a lot with the baby too. And then he's taking his nap. He's taking his first nap. Those of you with those little ones, you know how it is with that first nap. That first nap is normally like the long nap. That's the long one. So it's like they wake up with this burst of energy and happiness and sunshine. Then they have that long, like 2 hour nap, right? Then he takes his long nap. By the time he wakes up, boom, I'm off work. So then it's like that's when it's like, all right, cooking, taking the little one to martial arts class. If there's any homework assignments, then everybody wants a piece of me. So it's like, all right, so you want to go somewhere, you want to go to the store, or y'all want to watch a movie, you guys want to hang out, then if they don't want to do anything, then of course I'm going to invade their personal space because I have teenagers and that's fun. It's fun for me to go in their rooms and invade their space, right? So I get that mommy time in. And then as far as our getting settled down and shower time, I would say for me, you guys, I'm telling you, I shower like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I get the shower. And the reason why I wait so late is because that's my me time. That me time is so precious. So that's the time where I'm not being disturbed by the little ones. I can just shower and not worry about somebody knocking on the door, somebody having to use the bathroom. As far as the kids go, the teens, they pretty much shower every day. We're semi hermits because everybody does everything at home. So sometimes it's every other day. And then with the baby, oh yeah, sometimes it depends. We're going to do a whole new discussion on diapering. I have a different diapering method than most people do. So sometimes baby boy gets more than one bath a day, but with him, it's pretty much like as needed. And sometimes that as needed is more than once a day. So the crazy works for me. So, all in all, there's a moral to the story. What would you say the moral would be, Nikia?
Well, the moral is everybody has different schedules. I don't know a mother that has like a set schedule. Like at 7, we all get in the shower. At 8, we're all in bed sleeping. Because mine's is at 9 o'clock. My kids are usually off in their rooms, doing their own thing. Because I have older kids. My youngest is 8, so they mind their business anyway. So me and my husband be in the morning in the living room drinking coffee, and we're mainly the only ones that be in the living area. So the kids, they mainly stay in their own space, and when we eat dinner they come down and eat, but we hardly see them. So yeah, so and everybody has their own schedule. Like I said, I
Can I
we get in the shower before bed. So my getting in the shower is just like yours. 1 a.m., whenever I'm about to, I actually have to get in the shower before getting in my bed. So I take a shower every night. And if I leave the house, I'm taking a shower before I actually leave the house. That's just
you know
me.
what I just thought of? Like your bathroom situation probably affects your schedule.
Why you say that?
Because I only have one bathroom, girl. I have
Yeah,
to share a
yeah.
bathroom with my kids.
Yeah, I haven't done that in like 5 years, maybe 6. Like, no, I hated it. But
Right.
yeah, but you got to do what you do. If you have to, you have to. But I've been blessed to have my own, bathroom in every room that I had. It has its own bathroom, the uh, the master bedroom. So
Yeah, and I had
yeah.
to get creative with some space because I have a small house here in Oklahoma, and it's a four-bedroom house, and it's about 1,000, I think about 1,100, maybe like a couple square feet shorter than 1,100 square feet. But that's about the size of my house, right? And then it only
Mhm.
has one bathroom. Now, you guys, four kids, one bathroom. Oh, and mind, I didn't tell you guys, but my father lives with me too. So then it's like, but he has his own bathroom in the back of the house. So, and it's a half bath. So, meaning he doesn't have a shower or a tub in there. It's just toilet and sink, and that's it. Toilet, sink,
Mhm.
window, and that's it. So, everybody, as far as showers and bath time, oh, yeah, we're lining up. It's almost like you have to make an appointment. All right, I'm about to get in the shower. Don't turn the water on. Like, you don't want to take a shower when somebody about to wash some dishes or somebody washing some
Oh,
clothes.
that's anywhere, any household.
Cause you either about to freeze or you about to get burnt up.
Well, mine don't work like that. It actually the water lightens up. It's not no. It comes out a little bit if somebody's using the water. So,
Oh, see, now for us, it depends. If they're using the cold water, then um you about to get burnt up. If they're using hot water, like they wash your clothes and stuff, oh, you about to freeze. You better hurry up because you about to take a Antarctic shower. That's what it's about to be.
oh
So
man,
if anybody's running anything in the house, it's going to affect the shower temperature. I'd rather it affect the pressure than the temperature. So it's like
yes.
for real, we make
Mhm.
announcements. We have to be like, all right, I'm about to get in the shower. Anybody need to go and wash some dishes or something real quick? Like don't run the dishwasher. Don't turn on the washing machine until I get out. Because if you don't make an announcement and somebody go in there and start turning on sink water and machines and stuff, you gonna hear somebody hollering in that bathroom.
Right. So yeah, the moral of the story of our topic today is there don't be ashamed of how your household is ran off of your schedule. And if you are a perfect mom that got your schedules down packed, please leave a comment below cuz we need to get some notes cuz man, and let's not talk about well, I don't have younger kids. I have younger grandkids. Like I have a 4-year-old grandson and a 1-year-old granddaughter. So, and that's what we wanted to talk about as well. Like
Oh my
how
goodness.
my grandkids don't listen to me. Like they don't care. Like I can say no 50 times, but when Pawpaw come in the room and be like, "Come on now, but," or we call her my grandson, we call him Bubba, and my granddaughter we call her Yaya. But she don't care. My granddaughter don't listen to nobody, so she don't care about Pawpaw voice. But my grandson, soon as he hears Pawpaw, he like, okay, like let me sit down. That's Pawpaw. But I don't know why. Just because his voice, all he has to do is say his name, and then he's like, okay. But let me or his mom say anything. We have to tell him 50,000 times. He still don't listen. And as soon as
I'm
Pawpaw
telling
come,
you.
there you go.
It's got to be the bass. It's got to vibrate different in the air.
Yeah.
That's my theory. It must have a different vibration.
It has to because I've seen that with dads, like all the men in these kids' life. Most of the men, I ain't gonna say all. Most of the men, they have all they gotta say is one word, and these kids like, okay,
Right. Like they'd be like, sit down. And then them kids gonna sit down.
right? They're gonna be like, okay, let me sit
And
down.
it's like that, you guys, like I said, I'm a teacher. So it's like that in the schools. those like the male teachers when they get that bass in their voice and they're like, you hear somebody say, "Stop running in the hallways," or something like that with that deep vibration in the air. It's like the children, they perk up to that and they're like, "Oh, I think I need to listen to that." I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it's gotta vibrate different.
It has to, because I don't understand, but that's what it is. They don't listen. Like same with the kids. Like they wouldn't, if I tell them something, they just slow poke around and be like, "Okay, I'll do it when I can." But when they stepdad or they father say, "I need you to do this now," oh, they're on it. Like, okay,
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, okay, like episode one, you guys, if you haven't heard episode one, you gotta go listen to episode one. But we kind of touched on that, introducing ourselves and whatnot. So I used to be married. I'm single now, and it was the same way in my household where the kids would just, they took the authority differently. They took it more seriously when he would say stuff. And then here's me feeling like, oh, I'm like sweating and bending over backwards, but then all he got to do is speak.
right,
And you guys are like, okay, but I get the lip. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
the back
It's,
talk.
yeah, yeah. So uh moms, don't be discouraged because me being married and having that in my household and now being single and I have sole custody of the children, like 100% custody of the children. So it's just me. It's been a transition. I've been single since 2019 and here we are 2020, and I they have fallen into a better respect for me, a better respect for my authority, but it wasn't just automatically overnight. It's not like they were just like, "Oh, well this is technically the only parent that I have, so I'm going to listen now." It was a transition where I just really had to be patient and be like, "Okay, they're not really used to me being the only authority figure in the household." And so it was a little discouraging in the beginning. Like I'm like, why won't you listen? Like why don't you get it? Why don't you get that I'm here for you? Why don't you get what I'm doing? But all in all, they had to come to that realization on their own. And we've gotten stronger from that. And now they know, they push me, but then they've learned me enough to where they know, all right, I need to chill out because I'm doing too much. And I don't even have to tell them. They know. They can feel it. And then, you know, your kids love you. They love you. They push 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 because they're kids, but then they'll come back and surprise you. Like suddenly I'll start hearing the vacuum running or walk in the other room and it smells good, it's clean. Do
Mhm.
little stuff like that, and I take notice to that. I really do.
Yeah, cuz yeah, the same thing in my household. The kids, like I said, if their stepdad tell them to do something, they're going to do it right then and there. But if I tell them my kids have chores, and before the night is over, before they go to bed, that got to be done. Like one has to make sure the living room is okay, one has to make sure the kitchen is clean, one has to make sure the bathroom is clean before the night is over. So I would be yelling their names. Come and clean the kitchen, come clean the living room before I get ready to go in my room. But if I have to say it too many times, my husband comes out like, "Okay, y'all don't hear y'all mom," and then boom. I'm like,
I,
"Okay."
all right, that's it. Oh, I need a voice recording of his voice. That's what I
Right.
need. I need a voice recording. I need some of those bass vibrations because
Yeah,
the
I
the
just be
struggle
like,
is
"Okay."
real. I don't know about you guys listening. If anybody can relate to when the kids fall asleep and act like they just passed out or they forgot. Oh, I don't know what happened. I meant to do it and I must have fell asleep.
And that's crazy because my kids didn't used to do that before I was married, because my nieces and my nephews would come over, and I'm OCD. Like I can't go to sleep if my kitchen or my bathroom or my living room, if anything's dirty, I'll let them slide with their room. And then if it stays dirty too long, then I'm gonna say something. But with my house and my, if I come home, even if I come from the bar, I would be waking kids up. Get up and clean my house up right now. So my nieces and them, they're grown. They're like 25, 24, and they make fun of me. Like they be like, "Oh, remember my other nieces be like, "Oh, we love our auntie." And then my other niece will hop on there, "Yeah, until she wake y'all up at 2 in the morning to clean up when you stay the night at her house." So yeah,
Girl.
but yeah, until like it's kind of like it changed a little bit because you know he's in the house. They listen to him, but a little less me. But when I was had them on my own, in the household, the woman of the house with no man, they took me more serious. But I guess if you
Oh,
can
really?
relate,
So it
just
was the
comment.
other way around? Really?
Yeah, because when I was, alone, the kids, they know I wasn't playing because I couldn't get sidetracked because I wanted my house clean. So they know if they didn't listen, oh, yeah, you don't want me to come back in there. But me, I kind of laid back a little because I got a husband and I don't be wanting to be too hard on them. And they're older now. So when they're younger, you kind of be like, okay, I want this to get through their heads that this is how I want my house and this is how we live.
Right. I
So they're older.
wonder. That's some food for thought right there because like, for me it was just he was already always there. So it was they would and but I guess it didn't help. I'm just gonna say it. My authority was undermined many a times. So it was like he was the final word anyways, because anything I would say would be undone by him simply saying one sentence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so then when it was just me, then it was like they had to get used to, oh, I this is the end of the line right here. Like it's just mom. Like so we got to do it. And then in the beginning it was still I was still uh a little soft on him because everything was new. We was adjusting to our new life. So I was a little soft on him, but now yeah, now that's what I do. Waking them up in the middle of the night and it's not like I'm looking, y'all. It's not like I'm looking. When I say waking them up in the middle of the night, when I wake up and I'm making a bottle and I walk through and I'm like, I know I said to get this living room clean before they went to bed. So when I'm done making this bottle, I'm gonna go wake them up and say, go clean it up. Cause you should have did it before you went to bed. So, I
Right.
mean, in the beginning, it was, I didn't want to be like, with all the change and be like, all right, I'm the boss. So you're gonna, right? So I was like, I kind of eased them into it, baby them a little bit. Anything that you need? You guys okay? You want to talk about anything? Okay, I love you. Now it's like, look, I love you. You know I'm here for you. Get your behind up and get in here and clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's how you gotta be. See,
Right.
yeah, I was a single mother. I didn't have my kids' father here with me, when they were younger. So I had to be a little harder on mine so they know like, yeah, I'm your mom, but I'm gonna set you straight and this is what our household is going to be ran like. So my kids know I'm not mean. My kids understood me, and I'm kind of, proud of how my oldest adult daughter is how she take care of her kids, how she take care of her household because it's just like how I, take care of mine. She's very clean. She's very into her children, making sure they're good and they're clean and she's always with her kids. So I'm proud of her and I'm proud to be that mother that, raised her.
Yes, and I've seen pictures, and just from the pictures, I feel like the proud auntie.
Right.
I'm like, oh my baby, I remember when she was so little, my baby.
Right. These kids are growing up so fast. So we want y'all to comment any ideas that you guys, or any topic that you want us to talk about, don't be ashamed to comment below. We did just start this podcast last week. This is our second episode. So we really want people to be, into this as just as we are. So we just want some feedback, comment below. We will have it on Instagram. Well, we can't post the podcast on Instagram, but we will post on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify, and we will have it on our YouTube page.
Yeah, most def. Without you guys, none of this is possible.
Right. So we have to wrap it up. Um, we thank you guys for tuning in, listening, and we hope to see you guys next week. You got
I'm
something to say,
excited.
Lysandra?
I'm excited because I kind of know because you know how we have our conversations. We can go on and on. You guys
On
just
and
don't know.
on.
On and on. So I think I have an idea what we're gonna talk about. I think we kind of opened up a portal on a good topic for next week. I'm ready for
Hmm.
it. I'm
I'm
ready for
ready
it. But I
for
want to
it
hear from
too.
you guys too. I'm ready.
So we're about to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week. See you
Bye
later.
everybody.
Bye
Have a good
bye.
one.